we do this, we got to get warmed up for the Mad Minute. We've got to shoot the most interesting, phenomenal questions you've ever experienced. You know, we're gonna bring questions that no other interview has ever brought you so far, including ourselves. So are you ready to get started, my brother?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Marcus, fire away.
All right, brother. One place if you could run over and over again.
Oh, great.
Where's that?
It would be Death Valley, for sure.
There's something about the desert, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. There's something very, very creepy and also very peaceful about the desert, man. It's nuts.
Dude.
Is that the one place where you're running where your mind is thinking about the same place that you're at?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Taught me how to do that, because I do that now. Thanks.
It's definitely a nutty place out there, man.
I remember being the first time I ever started running, like, you know, in the teams you could actually do something other than lift, right? Was when out at Nyland when I was an instructor.
When that happened.
And I, you know, after a long day, we'd be out setting up on a siphon or wherever. And then I'd just go for 5, 6, 7, 10-mile run, you know, and the beauty of it, the rawness of it, you know, the desert doesn't play. There's no, you know, the purity of its barrenness, of its desolation is palpable.
100%, man. I couldn't say any better than what you just did right there. 100%.
Awesome. All right, Wizard.
All right, here we go. Who would win in a fight to the death? Goggins 2008 or Goggins 2018?
Whoa.
And why?
Ooh, for sure, 100% Goggins 2008.
Oh!
Didn't see that coming. Why?
Man, Goggins 2008 was dealing with some, I was fighting the whole world. Back then, at that time in my life, man, I was still in the SEAL teams, and man, I had a different kind of mentality. I was on the hunt. I was on the hunt for the most disgusting, despicable, hardest crucible on the planet Earth. And that's where I started becoming, you know, I started getting just like a different reputation within the SEAL teams because people just didn't understand my mentality. Mm-hmm. And I was just on the hunt for the baddest shit ever created at that time in my life. So 2008 Goggins was a bad man, but 2018 Goggins is he's smarter. He might be able to take him just because of the smarts, but pure on animalisticness, man, it's 2008 Goggins.
My dad would always say old age and experience will whip your ass every time. So hey, bro, 8, that's when I rolled out. That's when I got tossed into the book world. Everything shifted in 08, I think, didn't it?
It's a big shift, dude, for me too, for sure. I got married to my ex. That was hell. All right.
Yeah.
If you could create the most insane race in the world, because I'm sure people are approaching you all the time, hey, create us a race. What would that race look like and where would it be?
It would probably be out in the desert. It'd be out in the desert or else in the Arctic somewhere, either extreme hot or extreme cold. And it would have to have something with carrying something like a percentage of your body weight for so long, along with every so many miles, doing so many push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, rope climbs. It would almost be a hell week into a race. but as an individual, no teamwork.
No team.
No help. That's right. No teamwork. No one helping you. No one motivating you. You against the obstacles, and the obstacles is yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like a miniature hell week against yourself, where you race this crazy course, but it's like a hell week though.
The Goggins Challenge, right? I can see it now, baby.
You incorporate Operation Red Wing into your race. Trophy it'll be a big bronze bust of you with Red Wings coming off the back of it.
Yeah, right.
As you run from the base through, it comes down in the middle of it as you're going through the elevation
and for your like 300 miles, before your final 100, you got to fight John Jones or something, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, throwing a fight in there with a fresh fighter.
Or somebody's coming in. Yeah, somebody's chasing you down. Right?
Totally.
Every time you get busted, you got to take a shoe off, or you lose something. Every time they see you,
to increase the pain. I love it. All right, you're up, buddy.
All right, brother. If you could change your name to anything, what would it be?
Man, you know what? That's one question. It's David Goggins, man. I mean, it's hard. Let me see. I have to say, just that is a hard question. Like, I love my name.
We love your name.
Maybe John J. John J.
John J. I like that. John J. Here's a funny, for all the people out there that are looking for, the transcendental enlightenment through meditation, right? Sitting in the lotus position, trying to see through the third eye. What does Goggins meditation look like?
Well, I think first of all, for me to get in the meditative spot, to find the enlightenment, I'm kind of like those old school monks, man, who had to run, 4,000 days, 26 miles to find it. So my meditative spot, I can't find it just by sitting in the room in that meditative position. That works after you have found enlightenment through pain and suffering. And so, there's a connection with all that stuff. You can't just jump to the fun stuff and sit in a nice dark room with you and yourself. You have to know yourself before you can sit in with yourself. And you don't know yourself until you put yourself through the crucible of life.
Amen. That right there, that's the t-shirt. I'm writing that down. Oh my God, man, that's brilliant. And it's every major psychologist, philosopher, theologian since the dawn of time has been preaching that, but somehow in the modern era, we've forgotten that's required, right? I mean, it's crazy.
Right. Yeah, we skip that phase of suffering and pain and go right to the enlightenment phase, and that's impossible. You can't do that.
Well, a lot of people, when they become the teachers and the masters and they're trying to teach it downward, they're like, oh, I had to suffer, so you don't have to. Just take my words of advice and wisdom. But that's the missing part that they can never it's not locked in till you go through that first part. And it's incumbent upon you, perfect teacher, because you're out there doing it. Those are the best coaches too. Benny was like that, man.
Showing it.
They're in there with you.
Showing it. Yeah.
And they're in there with you.
For sure. All right, big guy.
All right, brother. If you could run away and join the circus,
yes.
What event would you participate in?
Ooh, man, that's a good one. I would probably want to be one of those high wire type of walking across the wire, doing stupid shit on the trapeze, all that weird shit that people that I don't want to do either.
Totally, dude. Everybody loves the trapeze. Yeah.
Have you seen that guy who walked across the Grand Canyon on that high wire? Got me, dude.
Or the dude.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's amazing. But you gotta watch the guy that walks across the World Trade Center. That's old school. This guy doesn't have any kind of daggone like machinery. He goes up there with some guys he like hired from New York City. Don't you know what the fuck? His name is Philippe.
His name was
this
Philippe.
cat is maybe one of the most amazing mentalists of all time.
All time.
This guy taught himself how to walk across the wire. I think it's called Walking on the Wire or something like that.
It is. Great documentary.
Man on a Wire.
It is the most amazing shit. And I don't even like that kind of shit. But those people who are into the mindset, this cat, man, gets this rope, hires some people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. He's up on top of the World Trade Center before it was fully done and goes up there and lays on his fucking back. You got to see it. His name is Philippe. Google him, Walking on the Wire. It's unbelievable.
It is the sickest thing I've ever seen. I was like, why are so many people watching this? And then you watch it and you're like, nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. That's the beautiful thing of it. I love that one, man.
Philippe Petit. Philippe Petit, I think is his name.
Yeah.
French high wire walker, famous for his walk between the towers of the World Trade Center in '74.
Yeah.
That makes me think of Arnold and his free climbing.
Oh,
same kind of.
We're getting him on.
All right. If you could travel backward in time to 2001 and give yourself a piece of advice, what would it be? This is two parts. What would it be? And then additionally, if you could call yourself in 2030 and ask yourself one question, what would it be?
Deep shit, man. Wow.
Yeah, man, deep shit. So 2001, if I could call myself in 2001, I would pretty much tell myself that, hey, man, this is gonna suck. You know, 'cause I was just losing the weight, all that shit to try to be a Navy SEAL. I was just going back to my third hell week. I had doubt in my mind. All those insecurities are coming back up, going through my third time. I would basically tell myself, hey man, you're on the right fucking path.
Yeah.
You're on the right fucking path. Just keep your head down and don't look up, because the ending's way, 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 way far away. Just keep your head down and plow through.
Wow.
That's a great answer.
2030?
2030.
2030.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do I tell myself in 2030 if I give myself a call? It would probably be a call with probably me in the background, real silent, almost in amazement for where I'm at and for what I've accomplished in my life from where I started. It'd be a very quiet conversation with myself, almost in disbelief that I could have died never knowing my true potential, almost in fear of knowing that if I didn't choose the path of most resistance, the fear of 2030 of being that guy who never chose the path of most resistance, it'd be very haunting to me, knowing that I would be haunted by the fact that I was a person with all this ability in me, but never cracked it open. So it'd be a very weird conversation with myself.
Wow. Wow.
Here's the problem with that is you're harder on yourself than anybody, so you know damn good and well when you called yourself, he would just sit there. Actually, he'd probably hang up on you. Like, just wait.
Just be like,
Just wait.
stand by, pussy, click.
What are you calling me for?
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
Dude, if I could talk to myself back in 2001, I'd say, hey, don't be late for muster. And in like 2030, I'd be like, hey, dude, did you forget your keys? All right, Marcus, last question.
Learn to run.
Fire away. What do we got?
Man, I tell you what, people walking up to you and I get this with, hey, give me a piece of advice.
My biggest piece of advice I give everybody, man, is don't be afraid to be judged.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid to be who, and this is the honest God truth. What got me in so much trouble in my entire life was I was so insecure. My life made me so insecure that I became afraid to be judged. And when you become afraid to be judged, you become afraid to live. And that's the biggest thing, man. Just don't be afraid to be judged by anybody.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for the Mad Minute. That's